Now, we have already learned that the quote on the left of a currency pair is called the bid rate, and the quote on the right of the currency pair is called the ask rate. Now, if you'd notice, bid is always going to be less than ask, and that makes sense because there's always going to be a gap between the highest bidder and the person who's asking for the lowest in terms of price. Okay, and that would work for the stock market, it would work for the real estate market, and it also works for the currency market. So there is a gap between the bid rate and the ask rate, and we can measure that gap using something called the spread. So spread is equal to ask minus bid. And we can find the average between ask and bid by calculating something called the mid rate. So the mid rate is going to be ask plus bid upon 2. Now we can take it a step further and calculate something called the percentage spread. So the percentage spread is equal to spread upon mid rate into 100. And of course, we can expand that formula by saying that spread is actually equal to ask minus bid. So we can get percentage spread as ask minus bid divided by the mid rate, which is ask plus bid upon 2, whole thing into 100. Now 2 is a denominator of the denominator, so it can very well go on top and join 100. So we can have an alternative formula for percentage spread as ask minus bid upon ask plus bid into 100. However, I'd recommend using these formulae one after the other in order to solve, for the simple reason that most of the exams ask you to calculate spread, mid rate, and then finally percentage spread. So if we were looking at this question and we have to calculate our spread, it is equal to ask minus bid. We have an ask price of 75.1150 minus 75.1125, which gives us 0.0025. Now, as far as the mid rate is concerned, similarly we can do the math. We have 75.1150 plus 75.1125, the whole thing divided by 2, which gives us roughly 75.1138. So we can substitute this here. We now know that the spread is 0.0025. We know that the mid rate is 75.1138 into 100, which gives us 0.0033%.